Andrew Adonis has been ruthlessly mocked by the British public for calling to reverse the worst of Brexit once again. The Labour politician took to Twitter earlier today to express his views about Brexit, but it instantly backfired as the British public furiously reacted to his comments. Lord Adonis wrote in his Twitter post, "I support a cooperation agreement between Labour, the Lib Dems and the Greens to reverse the worst of Brexit, reform this corrupt political system and get Britain moving again." The arch-Remainer also insisted that Brexit will have to be reversed earlier this year. In January, the Labour peer took to Twitter to claim that the EU generally adds value to member states. His comments came after Brussels was embroiled in a vaccine row which saw it move to block vaccines entering the UK before making an embarrassing U-turn. Lord Adonis tweeted in January, "The whole point of the EU is that it adds value to the member states. It generally does so, which is why we will have to reverse Brexit in due course. But unless you are a fool, you believe that all human institutions are fundamentally flawed and in need of constant improvement." And just like 7 months ago, the Remainer's tweet prompted a backlash from some Twitter users. One said, "The Brexit argument is finished. Get over it, accept that we're out of the EU and not going to rejoin, move on and start working collaboratively to get the country back on its feet after COVID." Another added, "But with Keir Starmer at the helm of Labour it ain't gonna happen, Andrew, it just ain't gonna happen." A third said, "Ignoring the majority of Remain voting Scotland by excluding the SNP?" A fourth person added, "That's great, who are you?" A fifth user said, "That's interesting, equals you're insane." The news comes after Boris Johnson has been issued a plan to tear up the hated deal with the European Union and set up a huge win for the UK economy. In his latest opinion piece, Ben Habib has claimed that very little attention has been paid to the serious problems in Northern Ireland which need to be solved. Mr. Habib blamed Westminster for the institutionalised neglect over the past few decades from both Labour and Conservative governments. He wrote, "How do you know Northern Ireland has been neglected? Easy. Look up the time it takes to travel between just about any town in the province to Belfast by public transport. The results will shock you. It is quicker to get from Belfast to London than it is to Londonderry. The 70-mile trip across the province takes a whopping 2 hours and 20 minutes. Mr. Johnson has now been tipped by Mr. Habib to issue a plan that would set up a huge win for the UK economy." Mr. Habib wrote, "With the debilitating effects of the protocol playing out, it is doubly important government stops seeing Northern Ireland as an economically troublesome burden and starts laying plans to make it a tiger economy." The former member of the Brexit Party said that there are a few things Mr. Johnson can do in order to make that happen. Mr. Habib said, "First and foremost, Boris Johnson needs to make sure taxes on businesses are cut. The Chancellor is wrong to increase corporation tax. Doing so will hit Northern Ireland particularly hard and is economically illiterate." He continued, "Finally, invest in Belfast. Make it a first-class, interconnected, fun city in which to live and work. For Northern Ireland to succeed, Belfast must do so.